Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Irregulars SMP, and it's accidentally been like a month since I've been on the server. Accidentally fell into a bit of burnout with the server, but I am back and I'm ready to start working. Now last episode I ended with a bit of a decision, which probably contributed to the burnout. I'm really bad at making decisions, so I didn't really have a clear project to come back to. I said I wasn't sure if I wanted to move back to my mega base or work on this little project here, I believe. Oh, and now it's suddenly raining. I paused for like 3 seconds. Come on, man. But I have made a choice. I want to work on this circle here, which is going to be a large angel statue. But first I want to meet up with Bunny.
I need you to do a thing for me. Can you build a building for me, please? Pretty please. Can you build the one that connects to the bank? You know, the one that's like right here.
Oh, I believe I can. If I have
please.
the schematics, I do.
I was about to say you better have the schematics. I've got granite, I've got mud, I've got tough bricks, I've got copper pipes, I've got birch, and I also have a nature's compass. Because why? I wanted it in the game, so I'm using it.
Oh, I need to make a
Oh, slay it! But I have unpickled pickles. I need to pickle my pickles. I really want to get this archway done today. We do.
That would be nice, because I do want to link it up. Although I don't know how to actually get the honeycomb up to there.
You know, you could have made the archway to link it all up, right?
You said you wanted to do this one, I think.
No, I wanted to do that one, and then you told me to build that one, so I did that one and told you to do that one.
Oh, okay, fine. I mean, I could do.
That's your project. I'm gonna sit back and drink my coffee.
First, yeah.
I'm hiding.
You're in the floor.
I'm hiding. You can't see me.
Hi.
No! I was born in this hole, and I'ma die in this hole. I see you. They're the little people. Hello.
It's you.
Hello. I was born in this hole, and I'ma die in this hole. We got a trade offer from Fast Pop Gun.
Ooh.
I receive you building me something looking something. You receive me building an automatic okra farm and giving you full access to it.
That sounds good. But I think it says train.
And can you also build this building here? Pretty please. And this one. Can you like build those? Can you build them?
I see you.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Goodbye. I'm gonna go to my.
And you will be doing
Nothing. I will be pickling. Thank you very much.
So I did get immediately sidetracked, but hey, at least we got a few more buildings in for London. It is really starting to come together, which is why we want to move to other parts of the park. Now this is definitely a central point of the park. So we wanted a really nice centerpiece to really draw your eye from the entrance, which is eventually going to be over here, to the rest of the park, which should have a lovely sight line like around here with each section. And I am including my cyberpunk city in that because I mean it's so close, we figured we might as well. And it is a large playable minigame, so it makes a lot of sense. I didn't start the project thinking like that, but it kind of worked out like that. But I am getting ahead of myself because we have quite a few resources to gather to get this statue going. So the very first thing we want to do is put in a foundation. I want to stand this on a plinth just to give the statue that a little bit extra grandeur that it is going to need in this huge park. It really needs to stand out, so that plinth is going to be essential. I just need a bunch of industrial iron, which I didn't quite realize how expensive it was when I actually first decided to use this block, but we're gonna have to make do. Oh, and I've flooded the place. Okay, I think this will do for the industrial iron. It's not that expensive. I should put this back. It's more just quite annoying to get because I've not actually set up a proper system for it. But I do have the iron, thanks to some mild plundering. We won't talk too much about that. And maybe 42 blocks is enough? Let's hope so. Now, I don't want this to take too long because it is a fairly simple just foundation. So we are speeding through it a little bit, and I've already run out of industrial iron. I got like just over halfway. Wow, that smashing noise gets annoying fast, but I never have to hear it again until I inevitably want more industrial iron. I just can't help it, the block looks so good. But now I'm just going around adding a layer or 2 layers of brick. And you'll notice by now we're going for a very dark color palette for this foundation. That is because the angel, on account of it being an angel, is quite light, so we're going to get a nice bit of contrast in the 2 sections, making the angel even more grand, which is what we want. I'm also putting in some stairs because this is very central, and so it'll be nice to just be able to run straight through rather than having to run all the way around. And I don't know if it's much faster, but it will be nice. And one of the last things is this pop of yellow around the entire edge, and orange, I guess. That just ties it in very nicely with the path design, and it is an angel, so yellow makes a lot of sense. And now I just need to fill the platform in so we got somewhere to build the angel on top of. Plus the yellow goes really nicely with this black. Yellow and black, always a winning combo. So now we have an actual foundation to start the project. So what I'm going to do is not start the project. So I want to set up a shop, but I'm not actually sure how to do that because create adds shops, I think. So if I can actually find the block that I need, I then got to try and figure it out, but I don't even know what it's called. Is it called shop? Is it called trader maybe? No? Vendor. Because of course it's a vendor. There's also a bank terminal. Okay, right. Vendor, how do you work? I can't open it. Well, so we do have cogs as our, or spurs, bevels, sprockets, cogs, crowns, sun. That is our currency. Item to trade. So I think I want to trade honey because I have a honey farm. So let's use this as a test. Out of stock. Just fill it up like that. Okay, so this is how I set the price. Okay, can I set it so it sells like a stack of honeycomb at a time? That would be really nice. Oh, I've made it explode. Okay, so it's dependent on just how much you put in. Like you literally just put a stack in and then that's per stack. Okay, I think I've had a quick look at the rest of the server, what everyone else is selling. So I think I'm going to sell this for a bevel per stack. I don't really know what that means, you know? Like, I don't know this economy like I might know diamonds, because that's what I'm used to. I think this is a good and pretty usable price. I do also want to sell some other things. So that's worth 32. Okay, I think this is the same value. So if this is 2 sprockets, that is 2 spurs, which feels really wrong. And it makes me think I need to put this price up. No, that seems right, because then it's about equivalent to this. Don't make me do maths. I'm not built for this. But you know what? We can change these prices at any time. If they're not selling, I'll put it down. If they are selling, I'll put it up. Right, so I'm over at spawn, and well, this is where all the shops are gonna go. So I gotta find a place for mine. And I'm not really sure. I mean, there's that chunk of land over there. There's obviously that chunk of land over there. There's an unfinished guy, and obviously there's by the OSHA building, and we could do somewhere near here. I'm not really sure what's best. I mean, I do like this view. Like, this is very cool, and you can kind of see Big Ben, which looks a little janky with distant horizons, but I feel like this is a pretty cool view. So I kind of want to claim this spot, maybe up here. This could be quite nice. If we just take a little quick look from the sky, yeah. So, this is probably a good idea. What am I thinking for my base? Well, something a bit like this. And look, we can even see it in place. I think that looks pretty good. See? I knew I found a good spot for it. So I kind of want to just, like, build this building in Minecraft, see if I can get pretty close. I really enjoy building from like a reference just to see how close you can get it. And I think building from life, you get a lot of really natural details that make a building look very real and grounded and not Minecrafty. So yeah, I just found that image on Pinterest and I thought it looked really cool. I love the colors of it, and the fact it's mainly yellow goes quite well with a honey shop. And I think there's a really nice spot for it. I don't know what all this cobblestone is. I should maybe ask about that. So based on the colors in that image, I think I'm going to use a lot of crimson, of which we have none. Hold on. It might be in wood bits. Nope. Oh, no, we have nether woods. I forgot I had a nether woods bit. We don't have a lot, though. So we're going to need to get some of that. Also thinking bamboo, which, yeah, we're going to need to get some of that. Do have a bit of a tree farm, actually, which is currently set up to get powdery wood, which is essentially bamboo, but nether bamboo, and it makes a really nice blue color. But it keeps turning off. Every time I log off and on, it seems to like... Oh yeah, also this stuff explodes. It's, I forget it every time. But you know what? Yeah, this is a good idea. I've got enough bamboo, so let's replace this. Okay, we should now be getting bamboo automatically, which is nice. Which means I can go off to the nether and get some crimson wood, which is my favorite thing to do. I love getting crimson wood. I love it. It's amazing. Wait. Yes, it works. I love getting crimson. We want to do this so we can pick up our storage system, just like that, and take it to spawn. This is actually going to be the furthest I've taken my storage system away from home. So you'll notice that this area is looking a little flat. So I have actually marked out my area for where I want my build to go. Like a good server member, I've also actually flattened this entire area. And you'll see these signs, I will fix this shortly. This looks really ugly, but I was lazy. Look, I did this late last night and I'd been flattening this area for quite a while. I also did a little bit of terraforming, so we got a bit of a cliff. It looks alright. I just did this all in survival with 3 blocks, so the texturing's a little rough. The shapes are a little rough, but it's fine. It looks alright, and I think we could come back to this later, but I wanted to just extend this area with a nice flat area, because it did kind of come up to like here, and this cliff continued all the way down to about here, so knocked that back, smoothed this area down here out so it looked a little bit more natural, and brought this out. So we got a nice big area for me to build in and for someone else to build next to it and around it and stuff. I think for this I want to put in like a retaining wall. There's a bridge here which I don't know if anyone's got any plans for or if this is permanent, but I figured this is quite a nice spot for a bridge. So if I put like a retaining wall here, we can get some stairs coming down, and then someone can build a bridge going across. Or I'll build a bridge going across, I don't know. So I'm getting distracted. Let's put my storage system down in this nice big flat area. And I actually don't want to leave it too long. But like, what if someone just comes along and steals stuff from my storage system? So all we've got left now is to build the building. And then we can start actually putting some stock in it, because I haven't actually looked at what stock I have available. Yeah, I really like this build. I think it looks awesome, and I want to do a little side by side. What are we thinking? I think that's pretty good. Hopefully this looks good. I can't actually see the image because I did it all in editing. But I really love this build. I think the colors of this building, along with the shape, it's so cool. And I think there's a lot of really cool details that I had fun building with, thanks to all of the modded blocks, like these supports, which make like really nice little bit here. These shelves, which just add like a really nice trim, and I've put them like everywhere because they are just incredible. It looks awesome and they're so versatile. But not only that, we do have an interior with actual stock and prices. So we got our bank terminal immediately so people can actually get their money to spend at my shop. We have on sale honey bottles for 1 sprocket. I've ended up putting my prices up a little bit. I, again, don't really know if this is good or not. These are bound to change. We have 16 honeycomb blocks for a sprocket, 64 honeycomb for a sprocket, a bucket of honey for a sprocket. This actually, I don't imagine will sell much, but you can use it to make limestone generators, so I think people will buy like a 1 and then that'll be all they need. But I do actually need to stock it, and annoyingly we can only seem to stock up to 9 things, which is quite annoying when they only stack to 1. And it's kind of the same with the honey bottles. Like, I can only sell 9 stacks of the 16. It's a little bit awkward. And then we've also got honeyed apples because I don't think people will buy these. But it's fun to have all the honey products on display. There's honey cakes and honey cookies, but like honey cookies I can't really be bothered to make. These look like a real pain and I don't want to do. And honey pancakes as well. This also looks like just a nightmare. And I don't really want to do all the cooking. These were easy. These were just spouting honey on apples. Which, I also want to show you my really cool create system to get honey, because I've actually improved it slightly, but we'll get to that in a moment, because that is back at home. I've also got bees in here. I do need to breed them up, because I think there's only like 2 bees in this one beehive, but I think once these are all filled with honey, and there's bees actually flying around, it'll look nice. Actually, if I sleep, they should all pop out. Come on, mate. Where are you? Okay, I guess they don't want to all pop out. Fine, didn't want you to anyway. Please? No, okay. There is also a bit of a back to this thing. There's not really much point to having an exit this side, but I decided to add one anyway, mainly to break up the back wall. And this side is looking a little bit rough, but you know, at least there is a wall. Ah, I hear the bees. Okay, I think there's literally 1 bee, which is annoying because that means I can't even breed them up. So I guess this means that Zevon's honey house, name may be a work in progress, I'm not sure if I like it yet, is officially open. So I want to head back home and show you the production for it. Right, so in our factory building we have, this is where a lot of our products get placed. This is where our honeycomb is collected. And I'm actually kind of overflowing on honeycomb. This has been running. I built this ages ago. It's kind of why I built the shop. But this is just up here, looking a little bit ugly. I do want to do this interior eventually. But for now, it's just a factory, yeah. This is pretty simple. This is basic. This is pretty much vanilla. The only non-vanilla thing is that I'm belting it to make like a central storage system. But if we actually head into the building, we can head down to this basement where it also looks really ugly. But this is my honey bottle farm, I guess, because I made the realization that you can actually just use create to pipe out the honey in liquid form. And you actually get more honey from it. You can't get honeycomb from it, but you do get the honey bottles, which is what I want. So in here I have honey bottles and apples eventually that get ejected onto this belt, which go onto this spout, which eventually fills with honey. Oh, right now, there we go. And it, you know, fills the bottle, sends it over, we get honey bottles, nice and automatic. So when the bees produce honey, there are just some pipes out the back, and it's a little awkward to show. This just gets piped down and into this tank, which hopefully will eventually fill up and has enough space for like 50 buckets of honey or something. It might even be way more than that. Actually, I think it's 125 buckets. And that again is then pumped into the spout, which is then spouted onto whatever is beneath it, just like it's doing right now. You can see there's honey in there, but yeah, it's not going to stay because it gets pumped into whatever we put under here. And essentially all I got to do is just fill it up with the thing that I need. So the apples, it's the same process. It just gets spouted on with honey, and I can do the same with buckets to get buckets of honey, which I might actually do if I have buckets on me. I do. Let's actually just pick those up so we get the buckets going in. No, not bottles, please. Buckets. Yes, because then I can at least get some stock of the buckets going. I do also need to decorate this room. have not done it yet. You'll notice a trend with farms. I don't like decorating them because, to be honest, I get to the point where they function and I'm like, cool, job done. Let's actually do the fun thing that I built the farm for. So yeah, in here is my little honey empire that's hopefully going to make me very rich. Now I think for my first organic ever, I think I've done a pretty good job here. I am really happy with the way this turned out, and I'm stood kind of at the entrance of the park because this is going to be the grand reveal, and I mean it just... look at it. I'm very proud of this build, and I love the way it slots in between my base and Big Ben. It kind of forms this really nice kind of triangle, which is going to be a very dramatic and cool reveal as you enter the park. And as I might like to mention, for a first organic, it's at a 45-degree angle. I don't really know what I was thinking. Probably that I hate myself. But I think it actually made it turn out really, really nicely. And I do love the shape of this from this angle as well. You get like this, the wings kind of curve to the head, kind of matches up. These point down. Feels very like dramatic and I love it. There are some issues with it. I think some of the shapes in the body is a little bit wonky sometimes, and I wish these arms stood out a lot more from the wings. We kind of have this like awkward line that follows kind of very close to each other, and I think just kind of makes it look a little worse. But overall, very happy with it, particularly the wings. I love this shape here. And the way they just look so cool. And of course, the whole thing looks pretty nice from the back. Definitely a less cool view, I would say, but still a pretty nice one. You really get to see the shape of the wings, which is really nice. And of course, the whole thing looks stunning from the sky, which a lot of people are going to be flying in to the park just because we do have planes and they're very useful. But I can just imagine flying over this park. It's going to be so cool, and this is a very nice centerpiece. I'm very happy with it. But of course, it is missing something that I'm actually wearing, and mine's a lot more prideful though. It needs a bright yellow halo. We can't have an angel without a halo. So that is what we got to do now. And I think to do that, we can use... oh, wait. Oh, I turned my soul sand machine off. I was gonna say we could crush coal? Soul sand. I've done it again. C and S aren't even that close. I don't know how I did that. We can crush soul sand into glowstone dust, but I've turned my machine off. Although I could just haunt sand. That is a good option because we have plenty of sand. So I'm going to take this, get this haunting. We're also going to smelt some because I'm going to use a lot of yellow glass. So this is quite nice. We can get both of these going at the same time. Okay, glass, glowstone, and coffee acquired. Now it's time to start building. And we are complete, and just about the right amount of materials. Although I did get way too much glowstone, but that's not too bad. We'll use it eventually. Can I live this full? Yep. Thank God for feather falling. Yes, I know I'm literally holding a plane. But there we have it. Look at that. Perfectly highlighting that head. Nice glowing yellow halo. She is now officially complete. And I know I have a plane, but I'm just gonna quickly free cam. Look at this. I mean, this is such a cool centerpiece for the park. This is just a real personal favorite project of mine. I'm very proud of this organic, and I'm really excited to do more because I know of at least one more organic that's going to be coming up in this park, and it's very cool. And now I'm going to be looking for every excuse to fit more in because they look so cool. I love it. I think I found a new skill I want to develop, which is very fun and very exciting. And well, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my journey of ascension. I'm not sure what it is, but by the end of this episode, I'm feeling far more enlightened. So anyway, there is a skeleton horse on London. What are you doing up there, mate? There's also a missing... That block is one block off the stair. You see the stair? Oh my god. It's also... Wait, it's the same on that one as well. Okay, well, I'm gonna go fix that. Thanks for watching.